So to recap, step 1, guitar. Step 2, lyrics. Step 3, bass. Step 4, solo. Step 5, ear candy. When I say guitar, that means just come up with chords on the guitar. If you don't play guitar, come up with chords on anything you do play. If you play piano, come up with chords there. If you play anything else, come up with chords there. For those of you who don't play instruments, skip to the timestamp here and use my guitar as inspiration to write lyrics after watching this next segment. Something to talk about when making songs is a rhyme pattern or a rhyme scheme. In this song, the first 2 lines had the same rhyme scheme. That would be an A and an A. I'm so glad you're here with me again. Like only you could, you reel me in. Again and in kind of rhyme, because in and again, they both end on N, so it's more of a half rhyme really, but for the purpose of this song, it worked, so I used it. It's called AA because they have the same rhyme. Each line ends and it sounds the same. An example of an AB line would be ending your line with the word today, and then ending the next line with the word again. It doesn't rhyme. Rhyming is easier than it may seem at first. Don't get me wrong, there are lots of professionals who do this stuff for a living, and they're great at rhyming, but to just rhyme as a whole, it's not that hard, and some people overthink like crazy, which just inhibits them from doing anything. You can rhyme orange with door hinge, 4-inch, porridge. I took that from an Eminem video that I saw a little bit ago. It's really easy, is what I'm saying. Rhyming doesn't have to be hard. Nothing in music should be hard for you. It should be about having fun. For this song, I used a USB microphone. It is the AK60 by a company who I don't know how to pronounce that name, so I'll just put it on the screen. I bought the microphone from Amazon. I was looking for a condenser microphone. That was a cheap one, and it sounds okay. So I went with it and I used it to record vocals for this song. And this is what that sounds like. I'm so glad you're here with me again. Naturally, my voice is lower, and this microphone is better at picking up the higher frequencies. So that's why my voice sounds kind of breathy and not more boomy. It was a different microphone than I normally use, so I kind of like it. Let me know if you did. I'm not really sure. I'd love any feedback on that. So here's what we have so far with just a simple guitar and a vocal. I'm so glad you're here with me again. Like only you could, you reel me in. Only you could make. So at this point, I was craving a little bit more. I wanted to make the song feel fuller. So to achieve that, I added some bass. You can see it really thickens things up to have the bass there alongside the guitar. I made the bass by playing just the root or the lowest note of each chord. Something I like doing toward the end of songs that I'm working on is I will add in a solo of some kind. Before it's been guitar, right now it's piano. I have one song with Sochi that includes a melodica solo from her. I like solos, I don't know. Now, not every song needs a solo, but there are some cases where a solo will help the song, help the overall vibe of it. So for this song, we have here soft. It's because I use a soft piano thing. You can see the plugins I use there. The main thing I used was this soft piano from Spitfire Audio. It was free. It's really cool. So I played that on my MIDI keyboard, and then I bounced it, or consolidated it, to these tracks over here. And from there I sent it to this track, which has a reverb on it. After I bounced it, I had this. It's the same thing, really. But something that I like doing, and that I did for this track, was I made some pitch changes. So you can see all the blue lines there, the blue dots. This is a place that I made a pitch change. So you can see right here, it goes up slightly. Here too. And that added kind of like a... I was going for a cool, like ethereal kind of thing, but it doesn't really matter. However you perceived it is good enough for me, because I just wanted something different than what I had before. So that ended up sounding like this. It really came into effect over here when I had these. See, these are even bigger dips. I like doing that a lot. Here it is without the pitch correction. It doesn't sound the same to me, so I like the pitch thing. So at this point, if you want, you can just leave the song there and it's done. But that's not really good enough for me. So I took it upon myself to add some more stuff, what I call ear candy. So the first bit of ear candy I added were these effects here from a video game that I will not be naming because I don't want to get sued by anybody. So that by itself sounds kind of, it would be kind of harsh like with everything else. So I took it upon myself to add plugins to make it sound different. And now I have this. I used vinyl from iZotope, which helped me add wear to the sound, which just makes it sound more rough. And it also took away the low and high end, so we're left with just the middle part. And that makes it sound kind of old and aged. Then I have Sonitis Reverb, and on this, I just took out the dry completely. And what that means is that there is no more of the original sound being played. Now, all you're hearing is the sound after it has gone through a reverb, in this case, Sonitis Reverb. So here it is before. You can see it's kind of harsh after. It's more washed out, I'd say. So I like that effect for little ear candy things. Then I used Pancake by Cable Guys, which is cool. It is an auto pan plugin. And what that lets me do is that lets the sound travel from left to right in your ears without it being super obnoxious, where you have to tell the program where to go left and where to go right. Pancake 2 just does that for you. So I like using that effect a lot. Kind of messes with the listener. Something else I didn't mention is I had a piano that I played in between the guitar and the vocals. Yeah, for that one I just listened to the chords and I played what I heard on the piano and I made a little peaceful thing, I guess. But yeah, adding other instruments is optional. I do it pretty often, so it's not a bad idea.